I think most people in Philadelphia, if they know about it at all, know the light show, the Christmas light show. We had to order new light bulbs for that, and so we found some online, LED lighting place that sold LED Christmas lights, and so we ordered lights, and we got this phone call from the company saying, we think you've made a mistake with your order. We just wanted to double check, do you really want 30,000 light bulbs? And we said, oh yeah, there's no decimal error, we need 30,000 light bulbs, please. It's almost like a tradition. I mean, when I started here, I didn't know anything about organ building or pipe organs really at all. But I'm trained in furniture, so I'm here as sort of like the woodworking guy. The fact that the organ was in a retail space really worked to save it from being destroyed over the years in two ways. One, it was always surrounded by a bubble of retail, so there's always been merchandise around it, and so they're always protecting the merchandise, and the organ just benefits from that protection just by proximity. If it were in a theater or a convention hall or something, a lot of those spaces end up getting sort of abandoned between owners, sort of, and people end up sneaking in, or you have people come in and vandalize it, or contractors come and tear some out for scrap or whatever. And that never happened here because there was always a retail space and there was always merchandise surrounding it, and so it's sort of protected. And the second thing is, because of the retail space here, it has a guaranteed audience, and it always has. So the organ has been played, even when it was only working 30% or whatever. It was always played twice a day, 6 days a week since 1911.
It's like weirdly happy in here with the sparkles going.
Well, so the organ is almost 5 stories tall, and it's almost 100% made of wood. In 1902-03, but it's built sort of like furniture. It's like architectural scale, but the construction techniques are very much like furniture. And there's almost no sheet goods at all. It's all solid wood. Wood is always of uneven density, and so it expands and contracts differently, which is why it ends up warping. And so humidity going up and down over the course of 100 years it tends to make things come apart, and that's what goes wrong with wood. So a lot of what we do, and things like that are worsened if you have a big wooden thing that has wind blowing through it, which is what the organ is. Basically, it's sort of tracking down things that sometimes the design wasn't good and failed, or other times they're just old and need to be replaced. There's a lot of pneumatics and pouches in the organ that make it play. So these are pouch boards that are from the chorus division that we are rebuilding. So these are all being re-leathered. You can see there's an opening underneath each one where the spring will be put in, and then a little patch gets glued over there. These are leather pouches with a valve on top. So they're in the process of adding the valves here. So each one of these corresponds with one note in the division. And the leather lasts about 60 years, best case scenario. The top of the grand court is 7 stories above the floor of the grand court, and so in the winter time it can be 20 degrees warmer up there than down at the floor where the cold air comes in from the doors. But you have pipes on almost every level, and so there's a big temperature gradient there, which makes the tuning go kind of crazy. It's been in the building here 100 years, and it's older than that. On the roof of the building, this giant sort of penthouse shop space that they used to build, 2/3 of the organ was built in the building here. So they had a huge crew of people. And then slowly it just dwindled down to almost nothing. And then the symposiums started, the nonprofit came together about 25 years ago, and we started building back up from there. And really part of the reasoning for having this shop space here and all the work we're doing and the way we've set up the shop here is that we want to make it so that never happens again. Like, the shop is set up and it's for me to use and for everyone to use to fix the organ, but also this is for everyone who comes after us too. I mean, really that's the goal, is to make it so it doesn't get that bad.
between Lord and Taylor and Macy's, like the store was cleared out for maybe half a month or a month with just nothing in here, and they had one after-hours concert just for like people in the nonprofit, and it was really great because all the clothing was gone, so it was just that much more like echo, you know.